Hello, this is our second part to our shoeboxes.
I think we're now we're gonna bring it down and just end, but it'd be nice to end rather than just leave it on nothing. But I think for us, we were talking about like feelings and our emotions and
Shoeboxes
how we
definitely
get there.
highlighted.
A highlight for me, it highlighted when the atmosphere changed. I don't know how to deal with it. Like even even if in our part one video is how much I'll giggle and change the mood because I can't handle talking to personal. If you sound what I mean, like how I'll be like link in the description below. Like because I struggle to deal with serious situations. But like in the shoeboxes, I didn't laugh or I didn't take. I giggled in myself, I'd say, when my shoeboxes were happening, and you could see that my body went from this, I'd say, when I was doing my shoeboxes, to literally just being like that, and I didn't want to be in the circle anymore. I just closed my eyes. I wanted to be out of it, and I think in reflection, to do the shoeboxes again, I want to be so. I don't know. Do you think you'd be able to handle it if everyone done theirs at once or not?
What do you mean?
Like if everyone done.
No.
In that, if we all went round the circle.
Smashed around in one day.
One day.
Do you think we'll be able to handle it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
I think it'd become really sour after a while.
I think the energy would need to be take breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A short burst. I think short bursts of it over periods of time gave people
Time to breathe.
time to breathe for a little bit.
Yeah.
How did you? I think I said this to you, which I want to highlight for myself. How did you think it affected your company after it's all over? Did I ask you that question? How do you think it? So how do you think it affected you? So for me, I don't think I was very well liked at the beginning of it because I feel I'm a very opinionated person and I like to hold a point.
Yeah.
And that might put people off me. Over talking to someone, I can hold a point. I can really hold a point. If I believe in it, I would stick to it. And where we had 2 videos ago before we did the shoeboxes, we did a little thing about how we would the evolution of theatre, and I was like, well, theatre's going to die soon, not without. And I sort of kept a. And I wasn't very much. And then afterwards, after how I affected the company was, he's real for a minute. Like you said, I lived a very monotone life, a very monotone attitude. You'd never expect me. Or would you say? What would you expect me to feel?
I don't know. I'd say in a situation, you appear. Although I said you stress externally when you talk, that's on yourself. But if you're in a group of people, like, you can help everyone else.
I couldn't help.
You help everyone else.
Yeah.
So you take it on yourself to fix things. You take it in yourself to solve.
Yeah, I think that's a few days. I think the past few days we had a problem and we had to solve. And because it affected someone else, I take it upon myself to.
How in that situation I completely externally freaked out.
And I was like, I'm gonna get this done. I'm gonna make sure this is done. I'm gonna do this.
It's okay,
I'm gonna
Mia.
do this. It's okay. It was alright. Luke's got you.
Yeah. So
How
in
do
those
you think?
situations,
Yeah, I think it was finally. I think after my shoebox, my company. I think it's a very nice point to bring it back to the company. My company finally said, "Oh, this is why he's like this."
Everyone, it was in every sort of shoebox. Sort of like a, yeah. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. And that puts the puzzle pieces together. I'd say. For me, I thought after my shoebox, everyone would hate me. I thought everyone would think I was
a reaction, didn't you?
I thought everyone would think I was an attention seeker, but I think for the first couple of days after, I felt, I don't say babied, but I felt where it was fresh in everyone's mind.
And you were the first people to do it.
And I was the first person to do it. Everyone was like, "Oh, is this okay? Like, we don't want to push you too far." And I'm like, "No, push me the exact same as everyone else. I'll do the exact same as everyone else."
I've definitely seen it. Compliment you again. Definitely seen a change in how you want to perceive you personally.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely.
Because now a bit of time has gone past, so now these like 4 weeks have sort of gone past, and it's become almost a distant memory. How do you think you've settled in more? Would you?
I don't know if the shoeboxes have helped how I've settled in. I don't know. I don't think that at all. I felt it helped me open up to be like, I can talk about these things and then progress further. If you know, like talking open about what I spoke openly about doesn't push me back as a person. It pushes me further because I've been able to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
If you get what I mean. But I thought it'd be like, not so much accept that no one has problems, but the extent of my problems made me attention seeking. Like, people could have such worse lives and I have no idea, but things that have affected me, and even in the we won't get personal towards them, but even in the room, when things are being said, I'm like, your life compared to mine. This is a discussion I had with the director, and it wasn't something. It was to we didn't. What I got from that was to not compare, but in that moment I was like, your life to mine sounds like a dream. I'd rather be in your shoes than my shoes, but it's reflecting on that. I should be happy to be in my shoes.
My nan said this really nice thing. It was like, if you cut your finger off, or someone chops your leg off, they're both going to hurt.
Yeah.
Your pain matters.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because you can't. I'm not being like mean that.
No.
You can't. I'm not demolishing your point.
Yeah.
You're demolishing your point, but it's everybody's pain sort of matters.
Yeah.
But I think.
Because that could be like the worst thing that someone's ever experienced, but their worst thing that someone's ever experienced could be someone else's best thing they've ever experienced. Or like, you know what I mean? That could be like the least painful thing that's ever happened to them, but to another person that's the worst thing that's ever happened to them. You know
yeah, because I think as we went around, I think this theme come up is death.
A lot of it was lost.
And some people in the company have never felt loss.
Yeah.
Like true loss.
But then they felt an absence in their emotion because they didn't feel it.
Yeah, I think someone was, It was...
So a lot
being a person who has experienced loss,
yeah,
and looking at someone who's never, like, experienced death, of loss, of real...
I know it sounds weird, but for me, in that way, I feel sorry for them. Because I can be in, well, there's things that I've never felt that they probably have. And then they feel sorry for me. But being able to feel that emotion, again, what I made the point of being able to then find that emotion doing a monologue or it's something as well the director said to me that how I'm in tune with my emotions, because of the emotions I've felt and how I with like anxiety, that I can come to them emotions really quickly. Too quickly, but yeah, I come to those emotions real quickly. I just need to learn how to cap it. I need to progress on how to cap it. That for people that never, not saying my life's exciting. That's not what I'm saying. But just like they've lived their life with no sort of explosion happening around them. I'm trying to visually see this, if you understand what I mean.
I get what you're saying.
They're like literally, I was born.
Yeah,
where I could be like, this has happened, and
yeah.
I've done this, and this really like done this to me, and I didn't know, and then I went over here, and like they're more of a journey to my life, I guess. Not saying that their life isn't like any less important than mine, but I feel I've come on a journey. I've been able to establish who I have through life experiences. I've had more life experiences.
This was perspective.
Yeah, that's a personal thing. I believe.
I think 90% of life comes down to perspective. Everyone has their own individual realities. Everyone has their own individual sort of sense in the way where when we'd sign out someone other people did shoeboxes, they was like very much able to deal with it.
Yeah. It's everyone's personal sort of take on things. Perspective, personal take, and I think that's. Yeah, Shoebox has very much opened me up to vulnerability. I think over the past 5 weeks I've understood myself better than I ever have.
No, I get what you're saying.
And I'm so young that I'm going to be forever changing.
Yeah,
I've become more accepting that I'm forever changing. I'm going to be like expecting more of myself.
Yeah, my next step is to accept myself, I feel.
Yeah.
For good and bad. This is me.
Yeah.
because I still feel on this journey, or this acting journey, I still don't accept.
I feel like my journey's started now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like now I think I've said this. I'm 18 now, 19. I'm coming up to 19 years old. Now it seemed to.
Sink in.
Yeah.
The reality, I think, is sunk in.
Yeah, reality is of what do you want in life? Because for 18 years, I'd say.
You've already lived 18 years of your life.
For 18 years, you've been told from schools and your parents and your don't stand on the table. 2 and 2 equals 4. If you do this, you'll have a good job in life. And then when you actually do a vulnerability, when someone really asks you that, it's like, I really wish the world would experience this.
Oh, I agree.
I really wish the world would experience vulnerability for 5 minutes.
Yeah. I think
I think
our
for
training,
men as
we've
well.
been here 5 weeks, and it's just, I don't want to say I feel like a completely different person, because there's still much more for me to progress, but I can allow myself to say that I'm excited to progress, and that when I come away from this environment and talk about things that people don't necessarily understand, that the relationships we've established in the company now, that they have understood. And we're more on equal playing field. It's not so much anymore new and old as the company. There's still improvement to go, and there's still like different dynamics that need improvement, but it's improved so far, so it will just improve more. Yeah.
Where do you think you sit in the company now? Because we did a little bit on if we were to do anything in the company, where would you sit? If we were, okay, let's put this in the village scenario. If you had to be the village, just say, for example, the sheriff, the village idiot, sheriff, the person, the scientist, the baker, where would you sit yourself in the village? If in a company.
I'd say a villager. No, I'd say there's still somewhat of a change needs to happen within the company on why there are roles.
It should be.
And I feel like there are a few people in the company that are equals, or treat each other as equals, and that I feel like I'm in that collective.
Right.
I'm not head of anyone. I'm not behind anyone.
Let's put this in a different scenario. A wolf pack.
Yeah.
Where would you sit yourself in the wolf pack?
Again, in the collective.
In the collective, you wouldn't.
I'm not a leader. I don't think I'm behind.
What do you think? Yeah, but where do you think you sit? If we was to, there was a boar over there. There was a.
I wouldn't be the
big
fighter. I would.
fat-
This is complete. Hi, welcome. I think I'd just be with
See,
everyone
like
else.
you did it again.
I did.
You
I
broke
know.
the energy. Bring it
I
down.
broke the energy.
Go again. Go again.
I'm doing it now. No, I don't know. No, I'd be in a group. I'd be in the group with everyone else.
It was more detailed. Come more specific.
I-
This is like a therapy session.
No, I would.
Where do you think? What do you think you'd do?
I'd
So
be in the group.
there's the fighters of the pack. They're eating the boar.
Yeah,
He says, and the collective runs over,
yeah,
joins in.
yeah. I'd be part of the
Do
collective.
you think you'd be starving?
No,
You'd
I'd be
become-
part of the
Would you
collective.
just eat?
I would be part.
No, what I'm saying is, get more specifically. How would you?
I'd be part of the collective.
Is that how far you'd? Because what I worked out.
I don't think I
did-
wouldn't hunt, and I wouldn't be behind, and I'm not the last in the pack. I'm there, right? I think I'm just there. So I don't know if that means I need to put more in, or if it's good that I'm on the level as some people in the company. Bring back the company. Some people in the company, or
Yeah.
but there's different moments where different people shine, and people.
Yeah,
And over the past 5 weeks, I've been able to shine in some aspects, and I'd like to shine more. But I think Shoebox is, as I said, it's allowed me to be on equal playing field with everyone else, as people. Yeah, most people.
Ask me. For me, if I was to put myself in that sort of scenario, I don't feel a part of the company.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm my own entity,
Mm-hmm.
my own sort of driving force.
Yeah.
Like, if I was to run with the group,
Mm.
and I think it's a good idea to go this way, and they all want to go this way,
Yeah.
I'm going that way.
That's maybe something to reflect on yourself, whether that's a good thing
Or a good thing or a bad thing,
or a bad thing.
because I could either be leading myself into detriment,
Yeah.
because we're a collective.
Mhm.
If
As an individual,
if-
you might strive, but as a collective, you might fail.
like we said earlier about if it affects me, doing anything in my way just to help someone else.
Yeah.
Where, looking back, I do like to be my own individual,
Yeah.
surely because the pressure's on me.
Mhm.
When it affects you,
Mm.
that's a problem.
Mhm.
Like when I spoke about my dyslexia, when I've talked about my dyslexia, when it affects someone else,
Yeah.
it's a problem.
Mm.
When it affects me,
You're not
It's
yet
not.
accepting it.
I like to be my own within the company. I like to be my own entity, even when even just dealing with it. My own sort of. I'm in the group, but I'm gonna do what I think's best.
Mhm.
Not where I should step back and be.
Yeah.
If there's a common goal to be over there to catch that ball,
Mm.
and I think there's a better way I should be following them, because
Yeah.
out of my own detriment. Yeah, it all comes down to being in the company.
Mhm.
I think the main points of our 5 weeks is how you are as an individual, how you respond to tasks, how you are as a relationship with people.
Mhm.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah. Self,
Self,
collective,
collective,
how you deal with things.
how you deal with things. Would you
Yeah.
say that's the main 3 points of
Yeah.
this term?
I'd like to think so. Yeah.
So if we was to give one word for each,
Mhm.
what would you say? So for individually, what would you say for yourself?
What? How? In what sense?
If you had to give yourself a statement, what would you say about yourself?
What? How I've learned about myself.
Yeah, what have you learned about yourself? Like,
I've become more accepting of myself. As a collective, I've been able to value people that have the same mindset as me, and when there are people that have different mindsets to me, how I cope with those mindsets.
how would you deal with problems?
Problems. I don't think I've felt the full extent or the pressure of a problem yet. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
Not in training so far. I don't think it needs to be turned up a notch,
hmm
and I'm excited for that notch to
Yeah.
be turned up.
As an individual,
Mhm.
like to be independent.
Yeah.
As a collective, need to
You have
Be-
independency.
need to. As a collective, I should strive to be part of the group.
Mhm.
Solving a problem, same thing.
Mhm.
Going with the group rather than doing my own thing. And that's what I've taken from this term.
Yeah.
How to react as an individual,
Yeah.
how to be a part of a company,
Yeah.
and to how I approach a problem.
Yeah.
You either sink or swim, and when you do it, what choices do you make?
Yeah.
Would you say that was encompassing what you've learned? What decisions do you make?
Yeah. Definitely. No, I agree.
Well, okay, I guess then, thank you for watching our podcast on the start of term. Whatever next term brings, I hope we're doing priority weeks, which is going to be fun. So thank you, and I really hope you enjoyed this chat about stuff.
Thank you.
Peace.